Find the coordinates, number 5, find the coordinates of a second point on the graph of a function if 5, -2 is on the graph and the function is even and then the function is odd. Okay, this is testing, do you know what an even function is? If you remember, an even function was one that was symmetric with respect to the y-axis. What that means is that the y-axis is acting like a mirror. So if I draw the point 5, -2, which is right there, I need the y-axis to act like a mirror. So if the y-axis is acting like a mirror, there's going to be another point over on the other side down there. So when I'm looking for that second point would be -5, -2. Okay, for part B, it says that this time I want my function to be odd. We learned that an odd function is symmetric with respect to the origin. Okay, so if I'm symmetric with respect to the origin, remember that if I flipped my graph around 180 degrees or just turned my graph upside down, it would be the same point. It would match up. So I'm going to again go to 5, -2 down here. And then what I have to think about is I'm rotating this graph 180 degrees. So if you need to, flip your paper upside down, and what you should notice is that your point's going to end up being up over here. So my new point would be -5, 2. And one thing that I want you to notice on this one, if we're symmetric with respect to the x-axis, please remember that when we test for that, we always change our x's, and that's exactly what happened. The x value changed. When we're testing for symmetry with respect to the origin, we change the x and the y, and notice the x and the y changed.